let me get in here now.
Don't use the screen.
Don't use the who?
It's not a
Oh,
touch.
right, don't touch it right now. Now, where's my, uh-oh. Where's my picture? I don't know.
I don't see you either.
I don't know. It's just got Prima Yoga right here.
That's all I see too. Are you there?
And then I think we can. You just stop the video.
There you are.
The video. Hey!
Hey!
Then we have our chat over there. There we go.
Oh my God. It's not that complicated. Whew.
It's just that my neurosis has had me go over it and over it and over it and over it.
Yeah, something like that.
That's
Oh my
personality.
gosh. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you heard me. Whew. Okay. So how's Connie today? How you feeling?
I've got something going on with my legs and I don't know what the heck's going on. I don't know if I'm having trouble with circulation. I just don't know. They're not right.
What's the symptom?
Well, it's from the knee down. They feel, well, first of all, my feet are cold, but that's the side effect of one of the medications I'm on.
Okay.
So I'm not real concerned about that, but it seemed to start to progress up into almost to my knees.
Almost that it's cold?
That it was cold. And that was, I think, Sunday. And I decided, well, I'm not walking. I may be doing yoga, but I'm not walking. So I've been walking the last 2 days.
Right.
And the coldness going up to my knees doesn't seem, they feel tight. Does that make sense? They're not swollen, but they feel tight. I'm sitting here trying to find my ankle bone.
Yeah.
And I don't know where they are, so I can't find
No
them.
kidding?
They're
They're
behind the ankle bone. Is
They're
that
not
what-
prominent? Your ankle bones?
Yeah, my ankle bones are prominent, but I'm sure not feeling. I don't know. And the last thing I want to do is go to urgent care.
I don't blame you. I could probably help a little bit if you want me to stop by after class or something. We can do some acupressure for it. And I know that you watch your diet,
Yeah.
that you're very careful about what you put in your mouth and you drink a lot of water, correct?
Well, my water is down. That's not. Yeah,
Well,
I'm thinking that might be
start picking that up.
down the pulse behind my ankle bone.
Is it keeping you awake at all
No,
at night?
no.
Oh, that's good. Okay. And you can, your hips are okay. Your hips and all around that area is fine.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm sore because I've been doing a lot of yoga.
Good for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I'm overdoing.
Well, there's always that possibility as well, but I think we'll do a few twists today and we'll see if maybe your lower back isn't kind of.
I notice when I'm twisting, and is it normal to go crunch, 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 crunch?
It's not really normal, but it happens. It happens to me all the time.
Does it? Okay.
Yes, and that is a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
It's not like you're hurting yourself. If the bones need to realign and the twisting, accomplishes that, then that should be helping solve that problem for you, I would think.
Okay.
Yeah, because it could be coming from the lower back area
Yeah,
somehow.
I noticed that my lower back has been bothering me a little bit, and I have never had a lower back problem. So there's something, maybe sitting too much, or I don't know,
Maybe,
or maybe something new in yoga I'm doing, or I don't know.
maybe. And also the idea that the sitting is huge. The human body was not really meant to sit.
Right.
Standing is so much better for you. But nonetheless, I found for myself, just sitting and driving, it just about killed my right hip and leg and all that stuff. It just went right up and down the leg. And I'm thinking, what am I doing wrong? Or, how come this is like this? And it pops, I can twist it and I'll feel it adjust, things like that. But then, and it'll go away for a little bit, but then it comes back. It seems like the bones settle into where they want to be, and then you kind of have to pull them out again. You just kind of have to give them that little stretch to let them breathe. So I think the twisting will be good for us today. That's for one thing. That'll be a good thing.
Is it just you and I, or
So far, it's 10:45.
you don't have a list, or?
No, I just have you.
I thought you had a list showing you who you.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, it's just me?
And it's just you. Yeah.
Wow.
Nobody else has checked in yet, so I have to give it a few minutes.
Sure.
Have you talked to Christine?
Have I talked to her? No.
Yeah, Christine Patrick.
No, I haven't heard from her, talked to her. I don't have any way to communicate with her. I don't have.
Kidding.
No.
Well, I seen her on Facebook a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything from Jetta.
No.
Or,
I got a text from Jetta way back in the beginning of this. Are you teaching? I don't know if I can do this, that kind of thing.
uh-huh.
And I told her how to get in and what to do. And yes, I'm teaching, but I haven't heard from her since.
What about Yolanda?
Yolanda, I haven't heard from either. I wonder about Yolanda. I should check in with her. I will. I'll text her and see what's going on for her. Because her daughter was supposed to come from Germany. Visit.
I doubt that happened.
I know, but it was happening right at that time, just when everything started getting really goofy.
Uh-huh.
And so they may have just huddled down in the house once she got there, and that was the end of it. I don't know. I'll text her and check in. I saw Bonnie last week.
Oh, did you?
Yes. Right. She says hello. She's doing good.
Why isn't she doing her classes?
She has issues. Her body is just aching. She needs surgery probably on the other shoulder now. And that's why I go see her once a month at least, so she gets her stretching in and stuff. But she just can't be on her knees as much, like for a class and things like that. So she gets on her bike at home and does, a few things, walking and that kind of thing. And I know she does a little bit of yoga, but then I go over and stretch her once a month as well. So she just, I don't know, she was really, 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 really sick in February. And you know how they're saying that, the COVID, there's a couple of people, it turns out that it showed up in California and 2 people died from it in February. They're just now coming out with this.
Wow.
And she had gone to Palm Springs and got sick while she was there. They had to, and he got sick as well, Sal, and they had to drive home sick because they weren't going to stay in the hospital. They just stayed there long enough to get their fevers down, but they came home sick, really sick. And she hasn't really recovered from that. Exactly. She says she feels fine, but she knows she's congested. Her lungs are feeling kind of funky and that stuff, but I don't know. I don't know what to say other than, age is a bitch.
Yeah.
It certainly is not for the weak.
Aged.
It's too much, isn't it? The older you get, your body just starts going here and there. Have you ever watched Grace and Frankie?
No,
on Netflix?
no,
Do you watch any Netflix?
no.
Oh, well, it's Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda.
Oh, God, I love
And
you.
it is the cutest show. I'm telling you. It's been out for some time, but I finally am caught up with it now. I mean, I think it started 2 or 3 or 4 years ago even.
Oh,
I'd heard about it, but I wasn't a Netflix watcher particularly. And then when I finally got into that, I've been watching that show in particular and a couple others. But right now, Jane Fonda has a bad knee. Okay, she has a bad knee, and walking around. She said the very same thing. You know, the older you get, you want to do these things, and your body just won't go. It just stops. You know, and you're stuck. That's it. So the idea of sitting, just sitting, and not doing anything, I can't even imagine. I can't imagine.
I know.
So let's see how you feel.
It's forced so many of us into that position of just sitting around.
I know. I know.
I talked to a friend that, I don't know if you remember Sue, that was my friend that came to yoga.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And I keep, you know, she has a personal trainer. She works out 3 times a week. I keep saying, why aren't you doing yoga? And she says, it's just, she can't motivate herself on her own. She just can't do it. And I wonder how many people out there feel that way.
I know a lot of people that do. It's difficult. Yoga is one of those things where you feel like you kind of go through the book. You always feel good at the end.
That's the
Getting there into the class, you know, and actually doing it, because it's so much harder than it seems it should be or something. It's quite a discipline, yoga. I'm very glad to have it and that I can practice it. I mean,
yes.
it's awesome to me. So I understand her feeling though. When I was tired of yoga at one point, I don't think I did one yoga class or even stretch for like 2 years one time.
Wow.
You know, I just was tired of it. I thought about it and I think, oh, we're going to do this and we're going to do that, you know? But yet, and still, I'm back.
Yeah, but it's got to be so much more difficult for you as an instructor. I mean, I think of you guys, how you just have to do it over and over and over the same thing. It's not your practice really. It's our practice.
To help you. That's what it's for. Yeah, exactly. However, a lot of that are things that I do for myself as well.
Okay.
I mean, I have my practice, but this, when I'm teaching, I just know a lot of different things that go on for me. And so I kind of project that onto my students, and that's the way I teach my class in that case. So let's just be here in a nice seated position. If you could lower your
My screen.
your screen so I can see your lower body, it would be helpful. Since it's just you and me, we're going to have a private lesson here today, it looks like.
Is that?
Now I can't see your head.
That little space is so small.
Yeah, I know.
Is that better?
All right, very good. So here we are seated. Let's go ahead and wriggle into the sit bones, and then neutralize your pelvis. Okay, actually feel the pelvis though. Don't just, oh, my pelvis is neutral. Just feel it. So rock it back and forth a little bit. It's important that you get that feel in there. Okay, and then as you come to your seated position, then you find that your pelvis truly is neutral. Then drop your shoulders down your back and allow your hands to be on your knees. Hands are up or down, whatever you prefer. Oh my goodness. Let's take a nice deep inhale through the mouth and then exhale completely all the way out. And do that again. Nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. One more time, please. Inhale deeply. Hold it for just a moment. Hold it up. Fill up those lungs. Exhale. Close your eyes. Now just follow the breath as it comes in through the tailbone and up through the spine, the back of the neck, the back of the head, over the top of the head, and into your third eye. Inhale. Then on your exhale, it comes out and over the top of the head, back, down the spine, and back through the earth. We're going to sit here for about a minute. So just take your time with this. Follow your golden thread up through the spine, over the top of the head, over the crown chakra, into your Anya, third eye. And as you exhale, follow that down, up and down, back to the earth. So just sit and be comfortable. Try looking out that third eye while you focus on the breathing, okay? Just peer out into the universe, into infinity while you're breathing. Wherever you are, 2 more nice deep inhales and exhales. At the bottom of your exhale, bring your hands together at your heart center. Touch the thumbs right into the sternum. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, bow your head. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Now scan your body. See how you're feeling right now. We talked about the knees to the feet, and we talked about the low back a little bit. So as you breathe here and scan, pull the belly in tight to protect the low back. And see if you can't imagine pushing the air out to your feet. Just because we're going to stretch them out pretty good today. See if we can't open up any channels that might be blocked. One more deep inhale. At the bottom of your exhale, just take the arms out and up. Look up to the thumbs. Exhale, coming forward. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, shoulders down your back. Your gaze is down. Back of the head should be in line with your spine. And as you come down towards the floor, Maybe relax your elbows down. And then when you get so far down as you can, you drop your head. Then breathe into your belly twice. Feel your shoulders relax, your back, side, body relax. At the bottom of your exhale, pull the belly in first. Walk the hands back towards your torso as you stack one vertebra on top of the other until the top of the head reaches for the sky. And then change the cross of the legs and do that again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Take the hands down to wherever you can take them. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, lengthen the neck right off your spine as you come down. Maybe you'll come to your elbows. And then allow your head to just drop. And then breathe twice into your belly. And feel your entire rib cage open and close, kind of like a bellows. And at the bottom of your exhale, pull the belly in first, walk the hands back towards you. Stack one vertebra on top of the other. Pull the belly in nice and tight. Just pull that belly button in towards your spine. And stacking one vertebra on top of the other until the top of the head reaches for the sky. Let's take these legs straight out in front. Shake them out just a little bit. And then up and down the IT band here, just to give it a little oomph, make sure everything's happening. Let's circle these ankles around. Breathe while you do that. I don't care if you sit straight up or not on this one. Just kind of circle those ankles. In fact, turn the legs along with the ankles. Turn the legs in, the ankles turn out, the legs turn out, and then they come in. And then reverse that. So it goes all the way up and down the leg. It's your entire leg that moves. So let's put both feet together and pull the toes back. The big toes should touch. Flex purposely, and then lift your heart. Bring your hands just right down by the side of your hips. And then take your shoulders back. Elbows come closer together. And then take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, I want you to push into the hands. Whether you come up off the mat or not, doesn't matter. Just push as though you're coming up off the mat. And then exhale it down. One more time. Inhale. Come on up. Good. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Exhale. Bring it down. Take the arms up. Reach up to the sky. Look up to your thumbs. Pull the arms back by the ears as you come forward for your chair pose, seated chair pose. Deep inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bring it forward once again. One more time. Deep inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come all the way down. Let your hands come out to the feet. Since I know you, I know yours come to the feet. And then let your head drop. Keep your arms long and straight. Put your hands over the tops of your toes while they're flexed, okay? And then stay here for just a moment with your head hanging and relax your shoulders down your back as best you can. Then breathe into your belly. Good, and do that again. Nice deep breath. Now this time, inhale through the nose. Keep your head hanging and dangling, okay? Let it be loose. As we exhale out the mouth, push the balls of the feet into your hands to pull your shoulders and your head towards your feet. Almost pointing, but you can't point your toes because they're in a flex. And then as you inhale, pull the feet back. Your body comes back just a little bit. That's your inhale. And then on your exhale, push the feet out and into the palm of your hands to straighten out the hamstrings, straighten out through the armpits and the arms, and let your head just hang. One more time, inhale. Bring the balls of the feet towards your face. And on the exhale, press the balls of the feet into the hands and push, pulling your shoulders out, 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 and your head and spine is lengthening out, going towards your toes. 2 breaths. All stretched out like this. One more. And at the bottom of the exhale, you can leave your feet where they are and then walk the hands back towards you. Let's stack the vertebrae, one on top of the other. Let your head hang until you come all the way up to seated once again. Oh, nice. Feel good?
Feel great.
Good. Pick up these legs and let's stretch them this way. Now, once again, just kind of jiggle them around. Make sure that your pelvis is neutral. Flex those feet. Put your shoulders down your back. My hands are right up on top of my thighs right now. Point those toes. So stretch them way out and point. Pulling the belly in, making sure, check in at the back body too to make sure you're not leaning forward or leaning backwards, that you are coming straight up out of your pelvis. And then flex the feet and then point the feet. One more time, let's flex. Pull the feet back purposefully. And you can come around to the front. We're going to start walking forward. So I always have to kind of pick my knees up to give them room to move, for my hips to open more. So whatever you have to do to accomplish it, just walk yourself forward as far as you can go. Don't force anything. Try to keep your spine long at first. So hold your head up, pull the belly in, and flexing right at the hip flexor, okay? So deep inhale and exhale. We can inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. And on each exhale, maybe your torso goes down a little bit more, all right? Try to keep the spine long. Shoulders down your back. Yes, and again. Now focus on the feet and the legs for a moment. Make sure that you can feel those inner thighs stretching, that your feet are flexed and all the muscles are engaged. Breathing. Until you actually breathe your torso down as far as it wants to go. Don't try to walk into a pose when you first come to it. Breathe your way into it, no matter what. Even if you think that it's not going to bother you, I'm flexible, I've done this 100 million times, and I'm really good at it. Okay? Always take your time and breathe your pose. As you come on down, a little bit deeper maybe. Maybe your belly's on the floor now. I don't know. My belly comes to the floor. Of course, mine's a little bit larger than yours is. I know that. But I'm trying to keep my shoulders down my back still. I'm working on keeping the spine very long. The neck grows right off that spine. And as I let go on my next exhale, maybe my nose will touch the mat or the floor. And then I can take my forehead down as well. Now, be here and breathe. Keep your feet nice and flexed. And the toes face straight up, knees face straight up. Now squeeze your hips for just a moment. Feel, it's actually underneath where the femur plugs into the hip socket, okay? See if you can squeeze that area. Just squeeze that area a little bit and then release it. It will also involve your hips, the muscles around the hips, the belly, right? And the back body. So just squeeze all that area as tight as you can. Hold your sphincter even. Pull, 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 and then release, exhale. Okay, one more time. Engage, take your inhale, engage those muscles all around, everything that you sit on, tighten it up, squeeze the hips, squeeze the glutes, go into the sphincter area, squeeze it, breathe. And then as you come up, walk the hands back towards the body. But bring your spine up long as best you can. Try not to round it up this time. Walk it up, keep the head right on top of your spine until you're straight up and down. Oh, nice. Take your right hand down that right leg. Left arm comes up and over the top. Bring it behind your head if you can, and take a really nice side stretch. Look up underneath that arm if you can, and breathe. And exhale. And I think for you, Connie, I'm pretty sure you can get that, your forearm down with the palm up in front of that leg. And then as you stretch out and come down on the right side, you may touch the toe. If you can keep the elbow behind, or at least by your ear, then look underneath that arm and look up, and you'll get a deeper stretch, kind of a little spiral feeling through the waist area. And breathe. Good. Now, from here, take a deep inhale, stay right where you are. And then on the exhale, turn your head down. And then turn the palm of your right hand to the floor. As you pick your body up, you're going to open this heart. Just take the arm back and spiral up to the sky. Okay, flexing the feet, keep all those muscles engaged, and now we're going to close. And touch the toe, let your head go down. And again, we're going to inhale and lift, a little bit of a spiral, opening the heart to the sky. And then on the exhale, we're going to close. Bring the head down, still reaching out with that left arm out to the toes. Maybe one more time, inhale, lift. And open it up. Let's take that left arm back. Take it out to the side so that your heart goes right up to the sky. And then as you bring the arm up, maybe you can turn and touch the toe and then lift and straighten up. Okay? Sit here for just a moment and let that settle. Breathe into it. Pull the belly in to protect the low back. Good. Take your left hand down that left leg, and the right arm comes up and over. And we're going to reach, 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 and stretch it down. Here it is. I always say you don't have to touch the toes. It doesn't matter as long as you're open heart and you can feel that beautiful side body stretch on the right side. Okay, that's a good stretch. See if you can look up underneath this right arm. And then take this left arm down in front, bring the forearm down, press through that right sit bone as best you can. Okay, keep both feet engaged, both legs engaged, and then continue to stretch it down, and maybe you'll get to that toe, and you'll bring the elbow back by your ear as you look up. You get a little bit of a rotation, kind of a spiral, opening through the hip. and the mid body. And then on the exhale, turn your head down. And then let's turn the left hand over, press into the palm, because we're going to now lift up this right arm and we're going to open our heart into a spiral, open it up to the sky. Press through that right sit bone as best you can, and then close it and touch the toe. And again, lift, 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 open the heart, keep your head flowing with you, lift it to the sky. And one more time, take it and close it, touching the toe, bow your head, and then pick it up, open the heart, take the arm down a little bit so it can go out wider, and then open. Woo! See if you can get yourself turned over. And then we're going to bring it up and over the top, and we're going to touch the toe here. And then we're going to lift slowly. Until we're back to seated. Put your hands right on top of kind of by your hips. Breathe for a moment. Let that settle. Nice straight spine. Pull the belly in nice and tight. Walk the hands behind you here. Take your elbows and shoulders with you. Now lean into those hands. And then pick the head up as you scoop the shoulder blades underneath your heart center and lift it high. Shoulders come down your back, away from the ears. And behave as though somebody's pulling your head with a string. Lift and breathe. Pull the belly in. And breathe. Oh my gosh. One more deep inhale. Good. And so this time inhale. And on the exhale, let's pick the head up. Somebody's still pulling it, and so your head is coming up, 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 up. As it sits on top once again, we're going to take the hands in front, and we're going to take it forward one more time. So just come on down. Let's see how that feels. Now, don't go all the way down at first. Come on, go about halfway to what you might usually do. And be with it for a moment and breathe. Keep those feet flexed, legs are still working. And while you're breathing, lengthen through the neck area so it's coming right off the spine. Pull the belly in and then start to breathe your way down to wherever it is your body wants to go now. Maybe it doesn't want to go all the way down. Maybe it just wants to go part of the way down this time. We'll honor your body for what it wants to do, okay? Breathe. The forehead comes down. Maybe breathe into your entire torso. Let the belly breathe into the mat, into the earth. And at the bottom of an exhale, start to walk the hands back towards you and lift your spine and your head up at the same time. We're not rolling, we're walking up with a flat back. And bring it all the way up. Good. Then pick up your knees and bring the feet in to touch. And then rock and roll side to side. Now that's mindful stretch, okay? Very mindful work as you work on your body. And when we get to be our age, it's important that we stay very mindful about what we do. So hang on to those ankles. Inhale, look up, arch your back, stretch your neck, push your chin out. Ooh, really stretch it. And then exhale, round the back and pull back. Make it nice and round, cat stretch. Pull the shoulders forward. Inhale, coming forward. Open your heart, shoulders down your back, push your chin out. Ooh. And then exhale, come on down. Pull it back, round your back, round your shoulders, let your chin drop. One more time, inhale, cow stretch. Push your chin out. Ooh. Exhale, bring it down. Tuck the chin, pull your shoulders forward, round them, and then come to neutral. Good, sit up nice and straight and tall. Once again, rock side to side. Make sure the knees go all the way down to the mat. Okay, then we're gonna take first we're gonna take the left leg straight out. And then we're gonna cross this right foot over the top, okay? And I suggest, can you find your ankle bone now?
Yes.
On the outside there? So put
Yeah,
the ankle bone to the outside of your thigh bone. Okay, and then flex that foot purposely. Then we're gonna put the hands behind us. Okay, and we're gonna just bend your left knee. Okay, now just take it up however high. If you can stand on your left foot, great. If it stays down lower at first, that's fine too. But very mindfully, keep your heart open so the shoulders are back, elbows are back, and as you lean into the hands, you can pull that foot maybe a little closer towards you, and then lift your heart into that shin. So your shin should be right next to your torso here, pretty much. And I think yours is doable. You seem to have a lot of flexibility there. So walk your hands a little bit closer towards your hips. And then pressing into the mat once again, take the shoulders down your back, lift your heart up. Maybe this time you'll touch the shin, maybe not. Breathe into this deep stretch. Hips should feel pretty good right about now. I hope so. And then when you're ready, we're gonna lean back into these hands and we're gonna press into this left foot and pick the hips up. Pick them up, push the knee forward, lift, lengthen through the spine, exhale, bring it down. Now, if you want to come closer to the foot when you come down, that's fine too. And then walk it up just a little bit, pressing into the hands, lift the heart, find that deep stretch through that left hip, right hip, excuse me, and then bend back. Lean into those hands, pressing into the foot. Exhale up. Hold it for 2 rounds of breath. Pressing into those arms, nice and long and deep. Pressing the knee forward, hips go forward. And on your next exhale, bring those hips down. Take your time. And then as you push into the hands, maybe you can walk yourself up. Once again, I had to turn my hands around this time so that I can push and maybe come straight up. Breathe into this one. Deep, deep stretch. Good. And then as you're ready, you just start to straighten. You can bend into the elbows and straighten out your left leg. And then sit up nice and straight. Hopefully your hip still feels pretty good. It should. As you press that knee, rock. Just rock over to the side and then bring it back up. Keep this foot nice and flexed. And that one too. And then rock the knee down and come on up. Now we're going to pick this knee up and we're going to stand on the foot. Okay? And we're going to bring the knee mid-body. Squeeze it in and lift your heart. So you're standing on the foot. This one is flexed. Your left one is flexed. Now, we're going to hold on to the knee with this left arm. Take the right one behind you as a kickstand. Push into that right hand and lift your heart up. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Take a quarter of a turn. Spine is long and straight. Inhale, lift again. Exhale, take another quarter of a turn. You can use this left hand to pull yourself around, pull the belly in, see if you can get the navel to go with you. This time, as you take your inhale, take this left arm high, and then drop that elbow on the outside of the knee. And then, as you press your shoulders down and into the knee, take your twist as far as it feels good to you. And breathe. One round of breath. Good. And then another deep inhale. And on the exhale, come out of it. Just come out of it. There we go. And we'll drop this foot. Whoa, and just let it go long. Shake it out. Up and down the IT band once again. Make sure there's lots of energy going on there. And then this time, we're going to bring this left one across, flex that foot, sit up nice and straight and tall. And then let's just sit back a minute. Let's sit back on your hands. You can turn the hands forward or turn them back, whichever you prefer, and then bend the right knee. However far you want to. And then as you press into the hands to lift your torso up towards that foot, towards that shin, breathe here for a moment, shoulders down your back. One more deep inhale. And on the exhale, just allow your whole body to just kind of relax for a second. Then take an inhale, and on the exhale, press into that right foot and pick your hips up. Boom, pick them up. Let your head go long. Squeeze the hips. Exhale. As you come down, maybe the hips will walk towards you more. Maybe you'll bring it toward that foot a little bit more. And then we're gonna walk the hands closer into the torso once again. Keep that knee straight up over the foot. And then open your heart and press your heart center along the lines of that shin, right into the calf maybe. Breathe. Breathe into that left hip. And then take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, just let your front body cave. And then inhale and lift, pressing into that right foot. Pick the hips up, take your shoulders back. 2 rounds of breath. And on the exhale of that second one, let your hips come back. Maybe push them forward a little bit more if you want to, maybe not. And then I'm going to turn my hands around this time and push, the fingers go behind me, and I'm going to press into the hands and lift my heart right into my chest. My chest goes right into that leg. Breathe. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And on the exhale out the mouth, very gently, allow that leg to go straight. Good. And then as you come to seated, just going to press on that knee. We're going to rock it down. Just rock it down and bring it up. And just rock it down. Keep this right leg active, please. And bring it up. Now we're going to pick this knee up and we're going to stand on the left. Okay, bring it up as close to your butt as you can. All right, just because. And then squeeze that knee into your center body. Lift your heart and drop your shoulders. And flex that right foot purposely. Standing on the left foot now, let's take this left hand behind as a kickstand. See if you can lift and lengthen. Exhale, quarter of a turn. And then use this hand to hold on to that knee. Inhale, lift and lengthen again, and take another quarter of a turn. Oh yeah. And then this time on your inhale, take this arm high, and then exhale it down on the outside of the knee. And lengthen your spine as you take your last and final twist. Now breathe deeply, a couple of breaths. Shoulders down your back. Lengthen through your neck. Good. And then take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, come back around to the front. Woo-hoo, boy. Shake that out. Good job. Now, come over the tops of the knees. Let's come into tabletop. Walk it back here. Good. Point your toes out, all right? Now, take a nice deep inhale and arch your back and look up. Exhale, tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, and pick your back body up. Stretch right through the shoulders. Inhale, looking up. Exhale. Pick the shoulders, pick the back body up. Round that upper back area. Pull the pelvis under. One more time. Inhale, look up. Push your chin out. Ooh, stretch that neck. Exhale, come on back into your cat stretch. Good. And then we're gonna walk the hands forward. Keep the hips high. We'll come into our puppy dog stretch. Ooh. So when you get really close, your arms are straight. Exhale your forehead between them, down to the mat. Now grab the mat with your fingertips and pull back on your tailbone and lengthen through the spine here. And breathe. Stretching right through your armpits and arms and side body. Breathing deeply into the belly is good. And let your hips keep pulling back. One more deep inhale. Good. Exhale it down. Now, pick your head up. Plant your hands. Pick the head up. Look where you're going. We're going to roll the body down. So, shift your weight forward. And then as you allow the hips to come down, bend the elbows when you need to help you come down and stay out of that low back. Then come all the way down to the forehead. And then walk your hands back by your chest, elbows straight up. Bring the legs closer together. Toes are pointed. Engage the legs. Curl the pelvis under. Pull the belly in. And lift into a small cobra. Exhale, bring that forehead down. Keep the legs as they are. One more time. Inhale, lift into small cobra. Lift it as high as you can. And then release the hands for just a moment. Couple of breaths. And as you exhale, hands come to the mat. Relax the legs, curl the toes under. Push yourself through table or plank and push it back to downward facing dog. Woo! Now let's walk it out and find the calves. Just walk it. And even move your hips side to side. Kind of let your hips just stretch them out as best you can. Go into the calves, the hamstrings, and the hips. Drop your head. Let your head relax. Okay? And then as you push both heels back towards the mat, and you press into those hands, take your shoulders down your back more. Curl the triceps towards each other, under and up towards the sky. And then push your tailbone high. Fly it. Breathe. Take one more deep inhale. See if maybe your head, as you push into those arms, maybe the tailbone goes higher and your head comes closer towards the mat. Just for a moment. And then inhale. Bring your torso up to look between the hands. Then we're going to step this right foot forward. Find our lunge. Okay? And then we're going to drop this back knee. And we're going to point the toe, and we're going to come into crescent, moon. Find your balance here, breathe. And notice that hip flexor on the right, or on your left, excuse me, we're on the right leg. And then as you come down, we're going to take this and heel and toe it outside for our gecko once again, because we like that stretch. So we're going to come down maybe to your elbows. Keep this right knee over the right ankle, please. And then rock and roll your stretch a little bit. Take that left hip towards the mat. Rock it. Good. And then as we come back to our hands, if you're all the way down, use your hands to push yourself to the back knee. And then walk this right foot in. Yeah. Hands come to either side of the leg. Straighten out your knee as you come to the left knee. Inhale, look up and lengthen your spine. Now, energetically plug that right femur into your right hip socket as your tailbone goes back and you lay over that thigh. Breathe into this stretch. Engage all of the muscles throughout that leg and through the hips. Squeeze your hips. Breathe. Then we're going to walk it forward. Come back to that right foot for just a moment. Now we're going to curl the back toe under. And we're going to pick this knee up, the left knee up. Step into that left hand. Take your right arm up for twist. Nice. Hold it up. Your back heel, you should be as high on the ball of the back foot as you can be. Nice and straight. Pick that knee up. One more deep inhale, maybe a little spiral opening here. Exhale, bring the hand down. Now you can take a vinyasa or just step back to dog, whichever you prefer. Couple of breaths. Push it back. And once you have your dog nice and sturdy, solid dog, take your left foot up to your left hand. Just take it right up. Find your lunge, and then drop that right knee. Point the toe. And let's find our crescent moon. Keep a nice stretch through this right hip flexor, pressing into that left foot so that your hip flexor doesn't go too far. Squeeze your hips, engage. And on your exhale, both hands are going to come down. We're going to walk this left foot to the edge of the mat and bring your left hand in. And you can stay on your hands and rock your right hip towards the mat from here. Just let your head hang, that's okay. You can even shrug your shoulders here if you want to. And come down to the elbows. Keep this left knee over that left ankle. As you rock side to side, take the right hip down. Find the juice in your body. Just kind of move it around a little bit. Nice deep stretching. Breathe. And when you're ready, you'll come back to the hands first. And then you're going to push into the hands to come up to the back knee. Walk your left foot straight ahead. Pull the toes back. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Energetically plug the left femur into that left hip socket as you pull the tailbone back to fold over the leg. Keep a lot of energy in that long leg. Breathe it. Good. Then we're going to walk it forward. Hands come either side of the foot. We're going to curl the back toe under and pick that knee up. Straighten it out. Lengthen through the spine. Step into the right hand and take your left arm up for twist. And breathe. Maybe open your heart just a little bit more. One more deep inhale. Exhale, bringing the hand down by the foot. You can step it back to dog or vinyasa, whichever you prefer.
My cat's, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
My cat's tail keeps going in front of the camera.
How many cats do you have now?
2.
Yeah. Push it back and walk it out and breathe, okay? Hello, kitty. Animals love to do yoga.
This one does.
They like it. I know. So press all the way back now with both heels. See if you can get them to go to the mat as you push into those arms harder and fly your tailbone higher. Pull the belly in. Let your head relax. Breathe. Find your best downward facing dog. Whatever feels really good to you. See if you can get your shoulders away from your ears more. Spin down. Good. And then we're going to look up and step or walk or jump. Up between the hands. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Let's heel and toe out about hips width or more. And let's just hang here for a moment. And grab your elbows so that you have a little more load on the, or weight on your torso. And breathe. Let those hamstrings just go as best you can. And now as you engage the ankles, as though you're in Tadasana, engage the muscles around your bones, coming all the way up through the knees and through the quads. And then squeeze your hips. See if you can separate the sit bones. Just see how that feels for a moment. Breathe. Good. One more. Deep inhale. On the exhale, allow the hands to come down to the mat. They're just going to flop and we're going to bend the knees. This will be our first roll up now. So let your head hang as you press into those feet. Allow your torso to roll up, pushing into the feet. The knees go forward, the hips go forward, the belly goes forward, the shoulders come back, and the top of the head comes to the sky. We're in a mountain pose, and I can't see you. I can't see you. Can't see me or something. Okay, so we just rolled all the way up. And then walk the feet together a little bit. Bring your hands to your hips. Now be in Tadasana for just a moment. And then we're going to step out to the side. We're going to take this left arm up and over the top. Take the right hand down the leg. Let it run down your leg as you take a side stretch. Okay. Also, keep the spiral going so that you can look underneath your arm as you stretch to your right. And then inhale and bring that up. The hips go off center, but you press through both feet evenly, and then the other arm comes high. And we just work it down into the stretch. Oh gosh. Use your spiral. Look underneath that right arm. Breathe. And then on an inhale, bring it up. Whew. Very nice. And then from the top of the mat, Well, that's not good. Let's see, maybe I can put this up just a little bit. See how that goes. Yeah, it's better. Okay, so here we go. From the top of the mat, a couple of sun salutations, just because we love them so much. Inhale the arms up. Look up to your thumbs. Exhale, big swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step or lightly jump back to your push-up position. Let's chaturanga here. Inhale, come over the tiptoes and up to downward or upward dog. Open your heart. Exhale, pull the hips back and up for downward facing dog. And then step or lightly jump your feet up between the hands. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, open your heart. Arms come out. Stand all the way up. Look up to the thumbs. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Come back into Tadasana. Breathe for just a moment. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, big swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step or lightly jump back to a push-up position. Chaturanga. Inhale, your up dog or cobra. Woo! Exhale, downward facing dog. Push it back. Good. Step or lightly jump your feet up. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And then press the feet, arms come out, all the way up. Look up to the thumbs. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Now let's just send this last one out to everybody that we love in the entire world in this mess, pandemic. Among other things, there are still people that don't get food and water. There are still people that suffer on a daily basis without shelter. So send this out to everyone on the planet. Put that in your heart for just a moment. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, big swan dive in honor of them. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step or lightly jump back to a push-up position. Chaturanga. Inhale for the up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Push it all the way back. Take your right leg straight back and up. Open the hip. Take that leg up as high as you want to. Straight up. And then bend the knee. And let it fall to your left. Maybe you'll see the foot over there underneath your arm. You just use that little spiral action. And then as you take the leg back up, straighten it out, square the hips, let's swing the leg through and find warrior one. Whew. All the way up. And breathe. Good job. Stay in that right knee. Are we in the right or the left?
Right.
We're on the right. Good. Okay. So square your hips to the front of the room. Pin that right hip back, left hip forward. Open the arms. Open your heart. A little bit of a back bend here. And then let's interlace the fingers behind us. Open the shoulders. Maybe pick those arms up. And then exhale into a nice humble warrior. Take your time. Breathe. Keep pulling the shoulders away from your ears here. And then as you're ready, you're going to inhale halfway up, release those hands, take them all the way up together, and then open out for warrior two. So just shift your stance so that you can be in warrior two. Nice. Breathe. Your gaze is out over that right hand. Tuck your tailbone. Tuck. Let's see, push your left heel out, toes in. Work your pose, in other words. Notice this lovely stretch that we're getting here. Our hips are really open. So this should feel pretty good. On your next inhale, press into that right foot and just straighten it up. Straighten the knee. And then on the exhale, come back into that knee and let it push down. Yep, arms out to the side here. One more time, inhale, straighten the knee. Keep your hips underneath of you. Exhale, we're gonna straighten, keep the legs straight, reach as far forward as you can. Try to lengthen through your spine. Take your triangle wherever it goes for you. And once again, use that little bit of a spiral action to try and look up to that arm, that hand, and breathe. Work your pose. Think about your lines of energy, all of the muscles that are involved in this pose. Tuck your tailbone. Pull that right hip back. Left hip gets tucked under. And then on your next inhale, we're going to press that right foot to come to standing. We're going to come back into our warrior two. And then we're going to sweep this way to do a warrior three. Now, Lord knows that I don't have balance, but we're going into warrior three. Woo, maybe on the right leg. Okay. See if you can balance that. Whew. All right, and when you're ready, just step all the way back into your warrior two. Come back. How'd you do, okay?
Was there for a little while.
Okay, that's all right. Good job. Let's take a peaceful warrior. So just drop your back hand and bring this one up over the top. And then we're gonna cartwheel the hands down, step back to dog, or take a vinyasa, whichever you prefer. Push it back. Good. Now, left leg comes back and up. Take it up nice and high. Open the hip. Pressing into those arms to get that leg up. And then bend the knee. Let it hang over to the right. Maybe you'll see it underneath your right arm. And then inhale, that leg comes up. We're going to swing it through. Find warrior one. Woo-hoo. Warrior one. Pull, pin your left hip back, right hip forward. Warrior one. Press to the outside of that back foot. Straight leg. See if you can square the hips at the same time. Open the heart. Let the arms come together, interlace the fingers. And then let's open up the heart again. Pull the shoulders back. And then let's take a humble warrior. Just come forward. Arms come up over the top. Press into this. Bring the shoulders away from your ears. Okay, and then as you press into that front leg, bring it back to your warrior and hook your hands. Hands come together at the top. Open your heart. Open your hips and come into warrior two. Okay, push that right heel out, right toes in. Good. Inhale. Straighten your left knee. Just come on up. And then exhale back into that knee. Very mindfully sending the knee out towards that pinky toe. Let your hips and your pelvis stay neutral. Breathe here. Once again, inhale. Straighten the knee. Woo. Right now, we're going to push forward with straight legs and find triangle. Uttita Trikonasana. Extended triangle pose. So you turn your torso to face the side, actually. And if I turn my head and look at my left foot, that would be my front. So I bring my head and I just look at the wall in front of me. It would be the side. And then maybe take your head and your gaze up. Engage those legs. Use that spiral action in your body to lift and lengthen through the spine. And breathe. And then as you're ready, we're going to inhale and bring it up and back to warrior two. Now we're going to drop the back hand. Left arm comes up for peaceful warrior. Stretch it back. And then we're going to cartwheel. Oh, we're going to cartwheel into warrior three. Here. Hold it up. Woo. And then you're going to reach all the way back and find warrior two once again. And then we're going to cartwheel it down. And we're going to step back to dog or take a vinyasa, whichever you prefer. Push it all the way back. Good. Now, this time, let's just come forward to plank. And I want us to bring the right knee down because we're going to do a modified side arm balance. So you don't have to modify if you don't want to, but I'd like to see it modified so that you can actually get your hips in the right place. Shoulders stack on top of each other. Arm is in a straight line with the other one. And then as you press into that right hand, maybe take your left leg up. If you're in a full arm balance, maybe you can get that left leg up an inch. Maybe. Give it a go. Step back down. Bring the hands down. Step back to plank and hold it for just a moment. Breathe. Make sure every knuckle in your hands are on the floor. And then we're going to bend the left knee. Bring it down. Stepping into the left hand, turning to your right. Stand on your right foot and bring that right arm up. Find your balance. Pull the belly. Stepping into the left hand, maybe your right leg goes up. Breathing. And then as you're ready, down comes that foot and the hand comes back to the mat and we step back to plank, take a vinyasa or pull back to dog, whichever works for you better. And push it all the way back. Walk it back, walk it back. Step your feet to the outside edges of the mat. Let your head hang. Get your hands so they're not sliding too much and press your hips back further. So the top of the head is coming closer to the ground. And then toe heel these hands. Just shift your weight to the back feet completely. And we're going to hang here in an Uttanasana, wide leg. Let your shoulders, let your spine completely relax. Make sure your neck is relaxed. Pull the belly in. Engage the legs as in Tadasana. Breathe. And see if you can feel the top of your head going closer towards the mat. So your spine in this stretch is expanding, and breathe deeply into that expansion. Find the juice in your body. Breathe it. Good. And then as you're ready, Take a deep inhale. Exhale the hands back to the mat. Spin the heels in, toes out. And we're going to come down to squat. Because I love squat. And we're going to push the elbows into the knees. Do your best. Push them in and lift your heart. Straight up. Breathe. Now, while we're here, just like we did when we were upside down, and I asked you to please engage your legs all the way through, squeeze your hips. Yep. Squeeze those hips now. Squeeze your sphincters. Squeeze in through the pelvis and the low belly. Squeeze the hips and the glutes. Squeeze it in as tight as you can. Squeeze. Breathe deeply. Good. One more deep inhale and release. Hands come out. Let's do this. Interlace them and send them straight ahead. Keep your knees back and then lift these arms up. Yeah.
I'm sitting
And then
down.
as we come forward, are you okay?
Yeah.
What's up? Woo! And let's see if we can find our crow pose. Ooh. Just bring it forward. And lift. Pull the belly in. And lift, 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 lift. For your balance. Nice. Just give it a go. You're doing great. Woo! Lift, 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 lift. Good. And then we're going to sit down. Just come right back here and sit down. Oh, I know. Take your legs right out in front of you. Shake them out a little bit. And give them a little hello. Ooh, good. Now, let's come down. Have you got a block, Connie?
Yes.
Okay, let's grab a block. I'm going to grab this one here and remember exactly where it was. Okay, so that nothing gets out of line. All right. So we're going to come down to our backs first. Pull your knees in for a minute and rock and roll side to side. How are your hips and low back feeling?
They feel great right now.
They
Feel really
should.
good.
Mine do.
And mine do too.
Feels awesome. And your feet and your legs, what do you think?
They feel fine.
Push through the heels and take your legs straight up to the sky. Okay, walk your shoulder blades underneath your back a little bit more. Get rid of the bumps and lumps in your shoulder blades. Pick up your head, lengthen the back of the neck, and set the head back down. And just be here for a few moments. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to bend these knees and grab your block. And then separate the knees enough to put the block between the thighs, just below the knees. And then squeeze the block in. Knees are directly over in front of the feet, okay? Maybe pull the knees in towards your belly. And then push them out so that you're sitting in a chair. Like you're sitting in a chair and your feet are on the floor. So make sure your knees go straight up or maybe even angled out a little bit, and then the feet go straight out from the knees, all right? Arms are out to the side, palms up for a moment. Now, bring the block towards your belly. Try not to change anything else. Just bring the block towards your belly and then push it away as though you're sitting down. So the knees go straight up from your hips or even away from the hips a little bit. Take them away a little bit more. Okay, engage this belly area, all the abdomen stuff going on in here. Whew. And then pull the knees in towards your belly. Mm-hmm. And again, press them out. Squeezing the block. Squeezing the block. And press the feet a little bit further away this time. Just a little bit. Your lumbar spine may have come up just a bit from the mat, right?
Yes.
Feel that? Now, bring the block back. And notice when your lumbar spine hits the mat, pull it in, pull your belly in, and then, once again, pressing it away, go as far as you can, leaving the lumbar spine on the mat, and then let that go. And see if you can take them out just a little further. Breathe, 2 deep inhales and exhales. And on your exhale, bring this block back. Ooh, and feel your lumbar come back to the mat. Nice. Good. Let's drop both feet to the mat. Okay, and then walk the shoulder blades underneath, squeezing the block still. We're going to come into a bridge. So take a deep inhale. Exhale as you press into the feet. Interlace your hands. Squeeze the block. And come into a really nice bridge. Keep pressing your hips up. Breathe. Shoulders down your back. And again, deep inhale. Let's sing. And then on your next exhale, coming down, 1 vertebra at a time, squeezing the block at the same time. Walking it down, boom, 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 until the tailbone comes down to the mat. Nice. Now you can, if you're doing back bend, I'm not sure if you are yet or not.
Yeah.
You can certainly go into back bend here if you want to, or let's do another bridge. So pressing into this, take a deep inhale. Exhale into those feet. Curl your pelvis under. Send the tailbone out first, out and away. And then interlace your fingers. Walk the shoulders way closer together. Come up high on the shoulders. Lengthen through your neck. Pick your chin up. Breathe. Oh, nice. One more. Deep inhale. Press and lift. Exhale, walk it down. Shoulders get out of the way. Come down 1 vertebra at a time. Until the tailbone comes down. Let's lose the block. Then go off to the side. Oh, let the legs come down for just a moment. Breathe into this. Now we're gonna pull the right knee in. Right arm goes out, left hand comes to the outside of that right knee, and we're just going to draw the knee across the body for, this is a cat stretch. Okay, so you can just pull it. I don't want it to go all the way down to the floor. I want you just to pull it across the body. Hold the knee up, and you go into a little bit lower part of that hip. You can pull the knee towards you. See if that feels good. You can let the knee go away from you. See what that feels like. If any of it feels better than just a regular old twist. And then as you're ready, take your gaze to your left. Release this left hand. Push straight through that right foot. Pick it up on its own till you fall onto your right hip. And then bring both knees in for a moment. Squeeze them in. Mm-hmm. And then let your right leg go long. Left arm out. Take the right hand on the outside of that left Let's take a twist. Breathe it. Let your body just relax. And as you're ready, maybe you'll release the right hand, press through that left heel, and then pick the leg up as you come back to your left hip, and then bring both knees in. And then happy baby. Separate the knees as wide as they will go. And then pull the knees straight down. Try to feel your entire spine. Press the tailbone down. Keep your chin tucked but lifted. Don't let it go down to your neck. Stay on the back of your head. And then if you want to, from here, you can rock and roll for a happy baby. And you can take your peace fingers to these big toes and straighten those legs out if you want to. Breathe into this. And then when you're ready, you'll bring them in. And just squeeze the knees in a little bit if you want to. That's fine. And if you want to, from here, take the legs over the top and find your shoulder stand. Take your legs straight up as best you can. Walk the elbows and shoulders together. And lift your chin. Be on the back of your head rather than on the neck. Breathe. Whew. And then take it to plow. So you allow the legs to come down and your hips will drop just a little bit as your legs go back. Maybe you'll touch the floor. Let your neck stretch here. Maybe you'll bend your knees. And then when you have your balance, take your arms back by the feet. Breathe. And then very mindfully, keep your legs low as you roll down one vertebra at a time till your hips get to the mat. Pick your chin up as you go. Make it nice and slow. And slow. Pull that belly until it comes down to the mat. Oh, yeah. And then the legs go higher and then straight out and down. Whew. Take your time. And once the legs get down, maybe you'll hover them for just a moment. And then release them when you're ready and separate them out. If there's anything else that you would like to do or your body's asking for, please feel free to do it. Otherwise, find your Shavasana. And we'll just relax here for a few moments. We have plenty of time. So stay with it, please. Relax your face. Put a little smile on your lips and feel all those muscles just relax. Through the eyes and the forehead, let the skin just melt down. Relax your jaw. Do not grit your teeth. Let your teeth come apart a little bit and just keep your lips closed. Relax through your neck and your shoulders. Relax down the front body, through the belly, the heart center, the pelvis, the hips. Come back down the spine. Relax it. See if you can relax one vertebra at a time. Just walk your vision down each vertebra until you get to that tailbone. And relax. Relax through the glutes, the outer hips, down through your quads, thighs, hamstrings. Relax your knees, your shins, and your calves. Relax through your arms. Make sure the shoulders and all the way out the arms are very relaxed. Let your breath come back to its normal rhythm. Relax through the ankles and the feet and the toes and the fingers. Feel complete relaxation. Not holding or gripping anywhere. Get to know your body so well that after a couple of minutes, you can rescan, check in, and make sure that everything is still relaxed. If you allow your mind to wander, without even knowing it, one of your muscles will probably grip somewhere in your body if your mind is going elsewhere. Keep your vision, keep your mind on your body. And continue to relax. Begin to bring your attention back to your breathing. Very gently rock your head side to side as you wake up the fingers and toes. moving the body, maybe take a deep stretch, arms overhead. Stretch the body out long. Woo. And maybe bend your knees and roll over to your right side for just a moment, or your left, whatever works for you. And then you'll continue rolling until both hands can help you up to an easy seated position. Doesn't matter which way you end up facing, particularly. Keep your eyes closed if you can. And then bring your hands together at your heart center. Touch the thumbs right into the sternum. Drop your shoulders down. Take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, bow your head. Scan your body. See how you're feeling right now. And thank yourself for being here today. I thank you for being here today. This is a discipline. This is a practice. There's no right or wrong to a practice. You just keep trying and moving and working your practice. So give yourself a pat on the back and thank yourself for being here today. And I thank you for being here today. Take a moment with me, please. Send out your love and thoughts and prayers to the people on this planet that are suffering. Send them your highest vibration for peace and love and compassion. Thank you. The divine light within me honors the divine light within you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
You are welcome.
Oh, I feel so much better.
Good. That's the thing.
That's what it's supposed to do. I'm going to show you what's been going on here. Can you see?
Oh yeah, they're all over. Hi, baby. Oh, kitties, they just love it.
I know.
Yeah, will sit right in the middle of the mat. I know.
Right.
Have a great rest of your day, Connie.
You too. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
My glasses. So I can. Oh, I touched the screen. Okay, here we go.